Hey guys, what's going on? This is my Deadpool spoiler review, and I know I'm not in my actual set yet. We're still putting that together. The past couple videos have been here in my bedroom, but we're working on it, and the name should be changing really soon. We're working on the intro, and as soon as that's done, then we'll change the name. But anyway, like I said, this is my spoiler review for Deadpool, so if you haven't seen the movie, I recommend not watching this video. I'm going to be going in depth for just some of the jokes and basically a bit of tidbits here and there. So if you haven't seen the movie, then what are you doing? Go see it right now. Add this video to your watch later list and then come back. Unless you don't care about spoilers, and if that's the case, well then let's get right to it. Deadpool. As you guys may know, Ryan Reynolds has been trying to get Deadpool in the works for about 11 years now. And then we finally got Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine, which was an abomination. Let's just not talk about that. Like, ever. And this movie definitely makes up for that. It was definitely worth the wait. I'm going to say to you what I said to my brother after the movie. I turned to him and I said, "This is the most comic accurate to film adaptation of a character I have ever seen." It was fantastic. Oh my god, I love this movie inside and out. This is pretty much a perfect film. From the opening credits to the post-credit scene. The opening credits is like the most creative thing I've ever seen. You never get the actors' names. Instead you get stuff like God's Perfect Idiot, a moody teen, a hot chick, an overpaid tool. Just really brilliant stuff like that. I loved it. And it set the tone up for the whole movie, which is great. Tim Miller directed this movie, and from the looks of this movie, you would have never known that this is his first full-length feature film. My god, is this guy talented. I hope he gets a lot of work, because he's one talented dude. Every scene was just immersive, and I was never bored throughout the entire movie. It's a really fast-paced movie. It went by like that. The structure for this movie is so incredibly good. I like how the story isn't told in chronological order. It starts with him as Deadpool, and it's the test footage that leaked a year and a half ago. And then it cuts back and forth as it's telling you the origin. Like I said, I like the structure. Since it's cutting back and forth, you get a lot of that fun and humor that the character of Deadpool brings. And then it cuts to something a little bit more serious. And it humanizes Wade in such a great way. We all saw the Valentine's Day ad and billboard, True Love Never Dies. And we assumed that that was just clever marketing since the movie was coming out for Valentine's Day. But sure enough, not only is it a revenge film, but at its heart, it actually really is a love story. The character of Vanessa, played by Marina Baccarin, was great. Before the movie, I thought she was going to be a plot device for Wade, but sure enough, I actually bought into the relationship by the end of this movie. And I have to mention T.J. Miller as Weasel, because he killed it. Some of the best parts of the movie was his relationship with Wade Wilson. Their banter when discussing the look of his face, or just lines like when he was like, "I'd go, but I don't want to." Just stuff like that was brilliant. This is by far the funniest comic book movie of all time. There's jokes every few seconds of the whole movie, and it's super meta. Lines like when Colossus picked up Deadpool and he was like, "Let's go see the professor," and Deadpool's response was, "Which one, McAvoy or Stewart?" Or the jabs at X-Men Origins or Green Lantern. Even the jabs at themselves when Deadpool says to a Negasonic Teenage Warhead, "I have a feeling I only see you two because the studio couldn't afford more X-Men." I love stuff like that. Every joke was creative, witty, natural, it never felt forced, and that's mainly due to Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is a great comedic actor and a great dramatic actor. Say what you will about Green Lantern, that movie had a lot of problems, but he wasn't one of them. And if you don't think he's a great actor, then just watch Buried. That whole movie is just him in a coffin, and he carries that whole movie. Just his performance alone carries that entire movie. That's great. Ryan Reynolds was born to play Deadpool. I don't even want to call him Ryan Reynolds anymore because he is Wade Wilson. What Robert Downey Jr. is to Iron Man, Ryan Reynolds is to Deadpool. You can tell he's put a lot of love into this character that he's actually passionate for, and it shows, which is great. That doesn't happen too often. It's just really nice to know that this movie was made by real fans. They said, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right, and they did. That's what happens when a studio understands a character and they give the creative team freedom. Magical things happen. Magical things. And I like how every joke, every line that Deadpool says, is something he would actually say in the comics. It's like, it didn't feel like people were writing down jokes at a table. No, they said, here's the situation, here's our character, we know our character, what would our character do in the comic books? And he does it in the movie. It was great. Wait, hold on. I haven't even mentioned the action yet, which was amazing. It was really immersive and really well shot. Not much shaky cam, which is a blessing. It tied into the X-Men universe really naturally with the characters of Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. And the Ferris Bueller themed end credit scene is now my favorite post-credit scene in any Marvel movie. And he said we're getting Cable in the sequel. That's great. Dreams really do come true. Because before I saw this movie, I was saying we need Cable. And hopefully we can get an X-Force movie, which how can we not? Because this movie cost $58 million to make, and it was projected to make around 60 or 70 if I recall, and it ended up making $135 million. That's insane. This movie had great acting, great directing, great writing, great everything. I love Deadpool. So I'm going to give Deadpool 10 out of 10 chimichangas. Can we just take a second to acknowledge the fact that we have a Deadpool movie now? That's insane. I don't know how I lived that long without this movie. So let me know, what did you think of Deadpool? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to like the video. And as always, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.